Yo, what's up guys, Draconia here with another Dragon Ball Legends video. Today we're gonna look at two certain posts and kinda talk about potential Legends Fest. Now we got announcement here for a new Zenkai Awakening coming, as well as this Eventic Super Saiyan Kid Goten. No, I'm not gonna go over what I think how good they are because, let's be honest, this is event exclusive character. Event exclusive characters are bad right now, so no expectation for this Goten, and the Zenkai probably gonna be okay, just like the rest of the 1% Sparkings. This is not a Legends Limited Zenkai. So, now starting first with who this is, it's pretty sure it's him. If you look at this year compared, you can kind of see that this is Vegito. Blue, the purple one, Super Saiyan God, the Super Saiyan Vegito Blue, who came out during what is the 3rd anniversary as a 1% Sparking, together with the Red Kevlar and Red Zamasu. Yeah, the one here, and our reason I want to do this video about Legends Fest now, kind of a prediction, because I think they have some kind of connection, this Zenkai and the event exclusive, and I kind of want to share my thoughts, because now here's the thing with this guy getting a Zenkai. If you look at his tags, there are, I think, 3 that would say the most important. First I want to check the Zeal bit to make sure. Yeah, he's on Fusion Warrior, God Key Future. These are his 3 teams. Technically he's on Saiyans, but if you want to do something for Saiyans, you're not Zenkai him, because he's not even buffing Saiyans. So yeah, Fusion Warrior, God Key Future. Now the first one that probably everyone is thinking is, oh god, he's on Future. He just got out of a Future celebration, like I think literally 2 weeks ago. So it's like, if they're gonna do Future, isn't that a bit of an overkill? I mean, you have this Zamasu right here, and Future Gohan. This is the best Future setup for now. This is, I would say, probably the 2nd best team in the game. So what do we need another Fusion Warrior for? Future unit for? So, yeah, this is kind of the thing. And also, if we then look at Fusion Warriors, they're also there. So, and then if you have Vegito, who's still, I would say, okay. You don't see him that much, but technically, if you want to, you can build a Fusion Warrior team right now. Android 13 counts as Fusion Warrior, so this team technically is a Fusion Warrior team. You can technically run these three as a Fusion Warrior team or whatever. So, if I think about Legends Fest and what they're gonna buff, I really don't hope this Fusion Warrior is, because Jesus Christ, I mean, could they do another Gogeta or something, fusing Gogeta, fusing Super Gogeta? Yes, but does this team really need anything? I would say rather no. I mean, again, the most disposable unit right there is Kevlar, but I mean, we got a lot of Fusion Warrior buffs. Like, since the end of Anniversary, we got this unit, we got the equipment for Super Vegeta, we got equipment for this Gogeta, we got now these two, him getting equipment, him releasing Android 13. I think Fusion Warrior is fine as it is. And then we have also Future, which is like technically also fine how it is, but and then we have God Key, which you could argue, okay, maybe this is for God Key. I mean, there are good options. If they want to do God Key, this could be a way to do it. Don't know if I would have Zenkai this Vegito then in particular if I want to go for God Key buffs, but because if I think about God Key and look at everything here, I would have Zenkai this guy. Like, very easily. I think he's buffing God Key with his ability, right? Yeah. This guy, I think, deserves, at this point, he's, I would say, a bit older than this guy, just a little bit. Also purple God Key unit, and he doesn't share every single tag like Fusion Warrior fusions that are already that good. So, while I do think that could make a God Key thing, I don't feel it's gonna be like this, and Then we also have this Goten. This Goten is from the Majin Buu saga. You can see it with the Super Saiyan Gohan and everything. So that's basically this Goten right here, as an event exclusive. And looking at that, we have hybrids, Son Family, and Majin Buu saga, which I would say all three teams. Okay, maybe not Son Family, but hybrids and Majin Buu saga are not really there as a team. And considering everything, I thought of some ideas now that what Legends Fest could be, which I'm not sure if this is gonna be a good thing or not. But now the first question for part 1 is definitely, is this gonna be a split theme or one theme? That's really important, because if you look at Legends Fest last year and now Anniversary this year, this is Anniversary, every part has been one theme. So the first part was Universal Vow Saga, the second part was Saiyan Saga, the third part was Frieza Saga. There was no split in the theme. And if you look at Legends Fest, last year part 1 was solely Future, but part 2 was Daima and Majin Buu Saga. So now the question is, are they gonna split the theme here for part 1 or not? And I think in this case, I would say yes, if it's the unit that I think they're gonna drop. Considering those 3 tags, again, Fusion Warrior, I really don't want to see a Fusion Warrior buff. God Key could be, but I think if you're buffing this Vegito in particular, I think you're going for a Future as the team to buff. And while obviously Fusion Warrior and Future are basically almost similar when it comes to units, I think one unit they could do is Rage Trunks as a LF character. And the only thing I can think of, so that Future doesn't have like 15 variations of a good team with Zamasu, is building a blast setup, because the main Future team that we have right now, right here, the main Future team that we have right now is heavily strike based. This guy's heavily strike based, this guy heavily strike based, this guy is strike based. So he fits more. He's most of supported units on Future, but technically he's a strike based unit. So this is purely a strike based team. Yeah. So the only way I can think about this is that they may be gonna do a Blast Future version, because that would make it so that whatever unit they're gonna bring, in my opinion, probably this Trunks, it's not gonna work well with these guys, so that the Future team is not getting more busted. And also, we need more variety. Like, most of the teams that exist are, again, these two together and a third. Like these two and MUI, these two and Future Gohan, these two and Android 13, these two and Super Vegito. Like, everything around is just around these two. So if they're gonna create this unit, for example, and make it more of a unit that's not working with them, but is still really good, I think this is the best thing they could do if they're gonna go for Future. And again, it could be also God Key, but for me it's just like, why? I mean, it could be God Key, but I'm kind of questioning why then Zenkai him. That's kind of the thing. Now the plus thing, I would say positive thing for this guy, if they're gonna if they're gonna bring out a Rage Trunks, first of all, we don't have that in the game yet as an LF. Secondly, he is not only on Future, but he's also on Vegeta Clan, which I know, personal bias, but what I think is more important than Vegeta Clan, actually, for this guy in particular, hard for me to say, I know, is Hybrids. Because Hybrids hasn't been a good team for a while, and we now just got this Gohan, who I think is a support unit? Yeah. We got this Gohan. We got, again, we have his Zenkai. So the Hybrid team already has 2 units that they could technically use. And if they kinda can build a Hybrid team, I think that would be great. A small helpful Vegeta Clan, because they also need obviously a 3rd unit. Maybe someone that can bring out the potential for Saiyan Saga Vegeta, maybe. But that's just me coping. But primarily, I really hope they're gonna help hybrids. I mean, if you look at future in combination, like this unit in combination with this unit, the only unit character I can think of that has connection to both is Trunks or Future Gohan. But Future Gohan got a Zenkai just now. They're not gonna bring out that new LF Future Gohan, so Trunks is, in my opinion, the most likely thing. And I would say, because this is like the only future character I can think of, wait a second, I don't know what this shows up. Yeah, because this is the only future unit I can really think of for an LF character that we don't have. Either that it's gonna be a new Vegeta or Goku, but I don't think they're gonna do that. Because thing is, Vegeta and Goku, none of them really did much, if you're being honest. I mean, what did Goku do? I guess the Kamehameha against Zamasu, if we want to give him a LF for this, or maybe a what if Mafuba LF for Goku, but I think because the options for future are so limited, and I think that, and because if they're giving us 2 LF for future, again, I don't want this team to get too much buffs because they're already that good, so I think they're gonna split when it comes to the theme for part 1 with probably future and then this Trunks. They could still do God Key, and for this I would say the one unit I think that comes to mind first for me is an LF Beerus, but movies LF Beerus, because this Beerus in particular, who has an LF, is from the God of Destruction Beerus saga, which is basically the Dragon Ball Super saga, but there are 2 different versions of this Beerus. If you look at this blue Beerus here, he is on Sagas from the movies, because this is the movie version. So I would say if they give the movie version LF, that would work. But other than that, I have no idea for God Key what an LF they could do. At least no one that comes to my mind right now. I guess they could do a Super Saiyan Blue Goku for the Frieza saga. Like, these are the only 2 I can come up to my mind right now when it comes to God Key. I think, again, this is the only unit I would say I have the best connection to this. I really don't want to see a Fusion Warrior unit, because again, they've been buffing Fusion Warriors a lot, and you have to think about this. If they're gonna buff us with Fusion Warrior this much, there's not much left they can do later on if the team falls off. Like, this is the thing with Fusion Warriors or units, or for example maybe GT for example, as well as DB. If you give us too much buffs immediately, the less options there are left. And if the team falls off, you don't have any real options to buff the team. So I would hold on to Fusion Warriors for now, because they already have a lot of options. They may not be the best team in the game, but again, the options are there. I mean, again, already these 2 as a foundation, you have this one as the third, or even Kefla if you really want to use her, or Fusion Android 13, you have enough options. Like, you have a full color wheel, don't need anyone else. So yeah, for part 1, again, I would say probably this Trunks, and then I would say Beerus. I think he deserves an LF. I don't know why they gave him a 1% sparking, to be honest, in last year's anniversary. Could have given us in Vegeta, and that would have been better. Or somebody else's 1% sparking, because Beerus screams not 1% sparking to me. I will never understand why this guy didn't get blast armor and evil booted, which was weird to me. Yeah, and the other option for part 1 is a split. If they're not gonna do God Key as the second one, they could do Majin Buu Saga and give us an LF Buuhan or some kind of Buu. But here's the thing, for me, with Buu this time, although like an anniversary I was like, we need to get a Buuhan, he deserves it so much. I still think he deserves an 11 and everything, and I think he would be hype enough. But the thing is, if you look at the stacks, except for Majin Buu Saga, it's a regen, and powerful opponent, and if you go to region, these guys are there. If we go to powerful opponent, these guys are there, and it's like, do we really want to have like Ultron Elf Zamasu team number 15 for this? If you know what I mean? Like, basically the best teams in the game are all variations of Elf and Ultra Zamasu, and this would be probably the fourth or fifth one, and it's getting annoying. I don't want to see them in every single team that they're on, so this time I really don't hope that they're gonna do this, which is rare for me to say because I've been keep saying that I want to see this guy getting left forever because he deserves what, but not right now. I really don't. I appreciate if they don't do the Wuhan right there. It would be a strong team for him, but I really don't want to see another version from the best team in the game right now. It's enough. Yeah, as for part 2, this is a bit more could be anything situation, to be honest. But what I would go with, because is Daima, because I think for part 2 it's not important that it doesn't have to be that crazy. I mean, we got Saiyan Saga for part 2 anniversary, so I don't think that's the worst. Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, one of them, another Tamagami would be nice. As long as they don't make this team toxic, it's fine. And you also have to say, Daima didn't last that long. Like, they were a busted, annoying team, but it didn't last long. They had, like, you got the Daima units, and then you had Rainbow Saga, where they were still good, and then Anniversary, and they fell off. So, I think Daima could get something. It's also a brand new thing, and I honestly don't think, I don't understand why they really put these two out. I really think they should have give us the mini versions and then the bigger versions for Legends Fest or something. That would have been smart in my opinion, but it is what it is. I don't know if they're gonna do a Daima theme completely for part 2 or just also split it up. I don't know. I would prefer a split up so that again you give people more options to summon for, and I would say if they I mean, I've been saying this every single time we get a new celebration going on, like Anniversary or Legends Fest. Bring Game Originals back as part 2, please. I mean, I think these guys are like 2 years old at this point, and they haven't brought Game Originals back. I don't know why. So yeah, Game Originals for anybody, just bring it back. I don't care who, just do somebody. I really don't care who, just somebody. I don't know why they don't use this. And if they're not gonna go for Game Originals, I think the other option would be some kind of movies buff, maybe. Because I mean, we got movies buffs before. No, I would still say movies buffs because the movie scene isn't that great. I mean, God, if you look at movies, where are you? I mean, you have Android 13, this bum, and Red Cooler, who I would say, if you're not running Android 13, you're not running him at all. Like, this guy is so reliant on Android 13 existing, it kind of hurts for me, because I like Cooler, because I'm a Cooler fan and everything, but they need something else. Either that, or they're gonna give him a plat, which it would be funny and sad at the same time that he needs one that fast, but he needs one. Honestly speaking, he one. So yeah, they could do movies for part 2 as well. And for part 3, I don't know if people are gonna agree with this, but I'm gonna go with GT for part 3. That's one option. This guy, because to be honest, I mean, I made a video. I mean, I haven't uploaded it, but I made a video about the current GT team and using them in PvP to see how well they are still doing. While the team is okay, I'm gonna guarantee you, if they're not getting a buff in Legends fast, they're gonna fall off, because I think Vegeta's fine. I think Goku's fine. We have him at proper stars. I have him at 7 stars, so he's not tanking the greatest, but he's okay. But this guy I'm worried about. This guy is super squishy, and if he dies, it's gonna be an issue. So if they're gonna bring us, this guy's an Ultra, at least we have a new setup. And yes, I know, 2 Ultras in one team, not the greatest, but I mean, if they're gonna give him a bit of GT restriction for something, I think it's okay. And if they're not gonna do this guy, first of all, I'm not assuming they're gonna do a double Ultra. Should have mentioned that. But if they're not gonna do him, I think it could be 2 other units, which are back to movies again. Either Orange Piccolo or Broly. I think these 2 are good Ultra candidates, especially him. If I had to order this, I would probably even say he's the most likely for me. Then I would say him, and then Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's my ordering, I would say. I think this guy, the thing is, he's getting something every now and then. Like, Zenkai anniversary last year, I think. I think they got this Broly, Fury Broly, this legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Like, you're getting Brolys here and there, but they're not that great every single time. Like, this guy's Zenkai was not that good. The 1% sparking was not that good. This guy was okay at best and didn't last long. So yeah, I kind of hope they're gonna bring us a good Broly again, because I think we need one. So yeah, those are my predictions. To recap things, I would say part 1 is Future Rage Trunks next to an LF Beerus. Part 2 is gonna be... I didn't even mention what part 2 is for an LF character itself, huh? Alright, part 2, Super Saiyan 4 Mini Goku with Tamagami number 1? Yeah, with Tamagami number 1. Next to an Game Originals, whatever unit, I don't know who, I would say. Some Game Originals. And then part 3, Ultra Super Saiyan Broly from Rainbow Super. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about my prediction here. Probably other options I completely disregarded right there, so yeah. Glad if somebody has some cool ideas and can write that in the comments. Would be interesting to see that, and yeah, see you guys in the next video.